Sewudlule mthwakazo omuhle siyalamukela njalo kwesinye isiqephu sethu sezindaba kumsakazo we-Citizens Movement Radio namhla kungoLwesibili ziyisishiyagalolunye kuMpalakazi ngomnyaka ka-2025. Indaba lizethulelwa ngikhethiwe. Ake sikhangele sihamba phambili namhlanje kumsakazo we-Citizens Movement Radio. Umongameli uChamisa uthi usuhambe kwedlulela lapho exwayisa ibandla leZANU-PF ngokwenzeka kuba kube lomvukela. Akuboshwe uChivayo kanye loThakwiray mangabe kuqinisekisiwe ukuba kulwisana lenkohlakalo, kusho ibandla eliphikisayo litshela ibandla leZANU-PF. Kule nxushunxushu njengoba uMnangagwa esexotshe uChitando. Nanzi indaba zethu ngokugcweleyo. Umongameli wabantu uNelson Chamisa usexwayise uEmmerson Mnangagwa kanye lohulumende wakhe ukuba kuza kugcina kusiba lomvukela ngenxa yokudubeka kwabantu lamathuba angalinganiyo. Kunkulumo yakhe bigcwele umdlandla le ayijikele emakhasini akhe okuxhumana namhlanje. Umongameli uChamisa ufanise isimo saseZimbabwe njengaleso esenyamazana evalelweyo, kanti njalo uye waxwayisa ukuba abantu baza kuphoqelelwa ukuba balwisane lokubusa kukaMnangagwa lokhu ngodlakela. Kunkulumo yakhe ekhuluma ngezenkohlakalo okwenziwa iziphathamandla, umongameli uChamisa uthi iningi labantu balala bengadlanga kusuthiseka abamlutshwana labo abahamba behaza imali yonke indawo. Siye saxoxisana lezakhamizi ukuba sizwe imbono yabo mayelana lenkulumo kamongameli uChamisa lokuthi bakulungele na ukuba bangene emgwaqweni ukulwisana lokubusa ngodlakela kukaMnangagwa. Ake sizweni bekhuluma.
Hello, citizens. Hello, Zimbabwe. Tony Shava here. I would like to comment on what President Nelson Chamisa said in his social media platforms concerning the situation that is in Zimbabwe at the moment. And I do really agree with him that is on the fact that there is an imminent mass uprising that is in Zimbabwe due to the situation that people are going through. All people are poor and there are no jobs, and the fact that Mnangagwa continues to suppress the people and put them on the corner through political arrests that we see happening, unjustified political arrests that we see happening every day. We see Mazabwe Shanduko is in jail. We've seen Jacob Garuvume, we've seen Job Scala, Namatai Kwengweza, you name them, all those guys who have been arrested for trumped up charges that cannot really be proven that they were guilty, but they've had to be in jail for quite a lengthy time. People like Jameson Timber, they've become victims of the oppression that is coming from ZANU-PF, and it is a fact that when people are pushed to the corner like that, in that manner, eventually they are going to rise up. There's going to be an insurrection that will come up as a result of the push, because people cannot change without pressure. If you are pressed under pressure, you explode. And when you explode, all hell breaks loose. Look at what has happened all over the world, even in all the nations that have been ruled by dictators. Eventually, the people had to arise and fight dictatorship. I don't understand why most of the detectors, including Mnangagwa and his regime, why they don't learn from the other dictators in the world. They don't learn that it shall all come to an end. He should have learned from President Mugabe. His time came to an end, not willingly, but he had to be forced out. And the same thing is going to happen to President Mnangagwa if he continues suppressing the people of Zimbabwe the way he's doing, because people are pressed, people are not happy, people are feeling the pain, and that pain is going to push them on the corner. And when they are on the corner, eventually something is going to happen. And I really agree with President Chamisa. We are not saying we want to rebel against the government, but we don't want to rebel. But if elections are not working, and if all other avenues, peaceful avenues, are not working, surely people will come to a point whereby they say, we don't care what may come. If we die, we die. That is the same thing that happened during the colonial era. You know, the people of Zimbabwe, the black community, they didn't have what it took for them to overcome Smith and those who were supporting him in this government. They didn't have what it takes for them to get into power, but they had to sacrifice themselves because they were pushed into a corner, they were pressed down, and as a result they said, whatever may come, we have to fight. That is, if we are to ever get our freedom, and this is where we stand today. Thank you.
Lingayindawo ngemva kwalezi izindaba silalele ezinye izakhamizi zixoxa kuwona lo msakazo. Uhulumende webandla leZANU-PF usephoqelelwe ukuba abophe uWicknell Chivayo, uKudakwashe Takwirei kanye loScott Petsai Sakubwanya labo bonke ababandakanyekayo ekushushumbiseni igolide, lokhu okwavezwayo lapho kukhulunywa ngenkohlakalo. Lokhu kuza ngemva kokuba ibandla leZANU-PF lethule umbiko mayelana lokugwetshwa kukaMike Chimombe kanye loMoses Mpofu okwenziwe inkantolo ephezulu izolo, lapho bethi lokhu kuveza ukuba ibandla labo lizimisele ekulwiseni lenkohlakalo. Isiphathamandla sebandla eliphikisayo kanti njalo engusomlomo uPromise Mkhwananzi uye wathi kulokubandlulula nxa kusiza kwezomthetho lekutshuthiseni okomthetho kulabo ababandakanyekayo kwezenkohlakalo. Ake sizweni uMkhwananzi ekhuluma.
Siyala-ke thina-ke ukuthi kuthiwe umthetho uzasetshenziswa ukubopha ingxenye yabantu bemhlangano we-ZANU-PF bechiya-ke enye ingxenye. Sibonile izolo oMike Chimombe, uMoses Mpofu begwetshwa-ke begwetshela icala lokuthi bale-corruption, kodwa siyabazi-ke abathungameli be-corruption eZimbabwe abagoqela umnumzana uTakwirei, umnumzana uChivayo, uSakubwanya, uThungwarara labanye abachiyeneyo abasetshenziswa-ke ngumnumzana uMnangagwa ukuthatha-ke inotho yelizwe besiyathenga isikhathi, bethenga abantu ukuthi basekele uhlelo lukababa uMnangagwa olokuthi abe lokhu ekhona esikhundleni beyond 2028 lapho kufuze kube lokhetho-ke. Sithi hhayi, lokhu asikufuni. Nxa livuku selicabangeke ukusebenzisa umthetho, sebenzisani umthetho okuqondileyo, kubotshwe bonke abonileyo, hhayi kubandlululo laba abazabotshwa labasoze babotshwe, kusetshenziswa umthetho weZimbabwe ukusebenza ngobandlululo.
Ukugqekezeka kubandla leZANU-PF kuqhubekela phambili lapho kulokulwisana ukuba ngubani ozakubamba intambo kubandla elathola uzibuse. Izolo umongameli webandla leZANU-PF lobusa ngodlakela u-Emmerson Mnangagwa uye waxosha ungqongqoshe wezokwembiwa uWinston Chitando kwesinye isehlakalo. Abahlaziyayo bathi sijonge ukuba sivule amathuba okuba imuli yakuqala kanye labalingani bakaMnangagwa lalabo abasebenza e-ofisini likamongameli bathole amathuba okutshontsha. Lo owayelilunga lebandla leZANU-PF uJealous Mawarire uthi uChitando uxoshelwe ukuba uvimbe unkosikazi kaMnangagwa uAuxilia ukuba athathele abantu makhaza amamayini abo. Ugatsha lwezencebo elizweni seluphike udaba lokuba sokufakwe umgomo wokuqeda ukusebenza kwemali ezishiyeneyo elizweni. Kunkulumo ephoselwe kukhulunywa ngendaba zokuhlelwa kwemali kusidlo sasekuseni, lo ongunobhala kugatsha lolu uGeorge Kubamathanga uthi uhulumende akusuye obuye lo mgomo ka-2030 njengesikhathi sokuba kuqale kusebenza imali eyodwa elizweni. Uye wathi leli langa libuye kwabantu abazisebenzela bebodwa kanye lamaqotha abo. Ongungqongqoshe wemali phecelezi kubandla eliphikisayo emela imbizo egalele ephalamende umhlonishwa uKhopani Matsivanyika uthi kulokuswelakala kokucaca kanye lokuzimisela mayelana lodaba lokukhulunywa ngokukhishwa imali yedola laseMelika lokusebenza njalo kwemali ezishiyeneyo elizweni. Ake sizweni uMatsivanyika echasisa mayelana ngalolu daba.
The embarrassing clampdown by George Gwamathanga, who is the permanent secretary for Ministry of Finance, to the effect that they do not own the 2030 monocurrency deadline, is embarrassing, and it actually shows that those who are in charge of our public finance management are clueless. They do not apply their thinking. We are living under fragile and delicate conditions in as far as public finance management in Zimbabwe is concerned. It is so clear. It is so clear that those who are in charge of treasury are actually clueless in as far as how to manage currency and exchange rate stability in this country. You will find that the de-dollarization plan in Zimbabwe is facing several headwinds. You realize that if the 2030 deadline continues, or the monocurrent that 2030 monocurrent deadline continues, it will actually lead to capital flight. More people would require to take their capital out of Zimbabwe. Use that as we move closer and closer to the 2030 deadline, more and more capital will be leaving this country, because investors will be reminded of the loss which they incurred for decades through currency changes and dollarization and de-dollarization and de-dollarization episodes that took place during that period. So you will find that there are a lot of risks as it stands that do not allow for putting deadlines or putting decrees on the issue of currency. The issue of currency is actually a contract between those who use it. Because for a currency to be a currency, it must be acceptable by the users. So you cannot detach or give decrees to the issue of currency. The users must accept it. That's a fundamental condition. It must be acceptable by all and sundry. So if you try to put or to force it to them, or to force them to say by 2030 we should be done with the use of the US dollar, we should be exclusively using the local currency for all domestic transactions, that is so dangerous when we are, especially when we are having a confidence deficit. So it is so dangerous if this plan does not move in tandem with the users. The users of the currency are the people. That is what you call generally the market, the economic agencies. So you find that if the market does not allow or is not confident enough to accept government's position on the local currency, then you are going to have a serious tragedy. So you find that the time frame, the 2030 time frame, is so unrealistic when we are looking at what happened elsewhere in other countries like Israel and many other countries that have de-dollarized, that have successfully de-dollarized. It took decades. So for us to use a 5-year period where we are coming from years of episodes of volatility, years of episodes of uncertainty, years of episodes of instability, it becomes so difficult for people to embrace that change. So what government needs to do at the moment is to try by all means to work on its credibility, to work on political credibility. It must also work on building confidence. As it stands, the success of the de-dollarization plan heavily relies on maintaining low inflation, maintaining high currency reserves, maintaining stable exchange rates. And the conditions are not yet right, because in terms of our reserves, we only have 1 billion reserves, which are sufficient to cover only 1 month import cover. So our situation is too fragile. Although in terms of reserve cover is reasonable, but in terms of import cover, we're not yet there. And as such, we should not rush this process. Let the market, at least if we continue on the path of macroeconomic stability, it will come a point of indifference. The people will actually embrace it naturally, because they would have seen that there are no qualms with regards to the issue to the use of the local currency. They would have satisfied themselves that the local currency is like any other currency. It is strong, it is supported, it is genuine, it works. Otherwise, the current circumstances, they point to a dangerous situation that I don't see the people of Zimbabwe embracing the de-dollarization plan or the monocurrency regime as given by the Minister of Finance. Actually, history tells us that in 2019, government through the RBZ also promulgated the SI 212 of 2019, actually making it illegal to use the foreign currency in domestic transactions. They actually adopted a legal framework that allows or that make it mandatory for all and sundry to use exclusively the Zimbabwean dollar then as a local currency, but it was resisted. It was heavily resisted from June 2019, and the multi-currency regime was reinstated by March 2020. So we have walked this path before, and we know what the consequences. So what are we saying? In short, we are saying, let the change be organic, let the change be natural, let the change be driven by the market. I thank you.
Sekusele insuku ezine nje kuphela phambi kokuba kuyiwe kusidlo sakusihlwa lesi esiqoqelwe ukuba sincede abahluphekayo mhla zingama-13 kuLwezi eHarare. Omunye wabaqoqi balo umcimbi, umhlonitshwa uLynette Mazingaitso, uye wathi umcimbi walonyaka uza kwedlula lo owomnyaka ophelileyo, lapho wamemezele khona ukuba izakhamizi kazize ngobuningi bazo zizothenga amatikiti alo umcimbi. Umhlonitshwa uMazingaitso uthi imali ezakuqoqwa kulesi sidlo sakusihlwa iza kuhanjiswa kulabo abadubekayo emphakathini, kanti njalo abantu bangachayela le inombolo ukuze bathole amatikiti 0772 313 293. Ngiza kuyiphinda njalo 0772 313 293. Ake sizwe imininingwana eminingi ivela kumhlonitshwa uMazingaitso.
Ndinokukwazisai mhuri yeZimbabwe mativi mana enyika kwese kwamuri ikoko nevese vari kudiaspora. Ndinokukwazisai. Ndinoda kukuzivisai kuti mutambo wedu weannual charity dinner uchaitwa musi wa13 December muHarare wava pedo, kwasara mazuva 3. Ndoda kukuzivisai zvakare kuti mutambo weZim charity dinner wegore rino uchanakidza. Kuchava nemakwikwi, kuchava navanotiimbira. Ndinoda kukuzivisai kuti mutambo wegore rino uchanakidza kudarika mutambo wedhina watakaita gore ra2024. Saka ndinokukurudzirai kuti tengai matiketsi neuwandu tigopembera pamwe chete semhuri, tichipembera zvakare kupeta kwegore ra2025. Zvatichawana paZim charity dinner izvi tichazvipa kune wagari wemuno muZimbabwe vanotambura, vanoshaya, nherera neshirikadzi nevakaremara. Saka ndinokukurudzirai kuti tengai matiketsi edhina nguva ichiripo. Pane vanoda kundibata, ndibatei panhamba dzinoti 0772 313 293. Ndidzokorore zvakare 0772 313 293. Ndinotenda zvikuru. Muwe nezuva rakanaka.
Inhlanganiso ye-Amalgamated Rural Teachers Union of Zimbabwe ATUZ isiveze ukuba amanye amalunga ebandla leZANU-PF eMazowe kuWard 29 bazame ukuvimba umngcwabo obusenziwa namhlanje lapho bebeka omunye wabo uMax Basiyawo. Lesi sehlakalo kubikwa senzakale namhlanje ngaphansi kwenduna uMagope kusobhuku uKazande. Ikhansila lebandla leZANU-PF owaziwa ngokuthi Manzou kubikwa eqoqe abasekeli bebandla lelo ukuba bazophambanisa emfeni kanye lemngcwabeni. Ake sizweni umsekeli kanobhala jikelele wenhlanganiso ye-ATUZ uMnyaradzi Masiyiwa ekhuluma.
Indeed, there are serious disturbances in March Central where we are trying to bury the remains of Comrade Maxwell Basiao, who is a revolutionary teacher who have fought for the rights of workers, who have fought and defended the rights of all citizens in Zimbabwe without looking back. Comrade Basiao remained in March Central despite the efforts and attempts to eliminate him. Now that Maxwell Basiao has died, they've managed to eliminate him by hook or crooks. They've coordinated and managed to have an assassination on his body. The state now is using ZANU-PF thugs to block his burial. They are insisting that Maxwell Basiao was an opposition member and he is supposed to be buried elsewhere, not in March Central. But we are remaining strong that Maxwell Basiao wanted to be with his people. Before he died, Maxwell Basiao refused to vacate March Central, insisting that March Central is where he belongs, that's where his umbilical cord is, and he wanted to see the emancipation of his people, and we will only respect that. We have nothing else to do. Option number one is to bury Maxwell Basiao in Mvurwe, and option number two is to make sure that Maxwell Basiao is buried in March Central in Mvurwe. By doing so, we would have satisfied his wishes. So we want to rebook ZANU-PF thugs who are being mobilized by one Manzo to assassinate the body of Maxwell Basiao. We will not allow that to happen, and we will not give in to pressure to carry the body of Maxwell Basiao elsewhere, away from March Central. We are grateful that Obet Masaraure is on the ground and is fighting to the end to make sure that the remains of his comrade Maxwell Basiao is buried where he wishes. He mentioned that as poor people of Zimbabwe, we have nothing to defend, we have nothing that we want. Everything has been stolen from us by these ultra-rich people. And what we simply want is that small space for us to be buried when we die, so that we are promoted to glory. So that is the only thing that we want. It's so shameful that Chief Makope cannot intervene and cannot make sure that we give Maxwell Basiao a befitting send-off. So we are mobilizing teachers. Teachers are ready to go and join the masses in March Central and make sure that our comrade is given a respectful send-off and is given a send-off where he always wished to be.
Kwesinye njalo isehlakalo sokuzama ukufihla ukwehluleka kwabo kwezomgwaqo, iziphathamandla zebandla leZANU-PF zithakazelele inkulumo eyethulwe ngenye inhlanganiso yaseNigeria lapho ibike ukuba ilizwe laseZimbabwe liphakathi koluhlu kwamazwe angamashumi kuzwekazi le-Afrika alemgwaqo emihle. Ohlaziya ngezepolitiki uJefferson Chitando uthi amashumi ayisishiyagalolunye ekhulwini emgwaqweni yelizwe iyazakala njengemigwaqo engekho esimeni esiqondileyo, kanti njalo idinga ukulungiswa masinyane. Uye wathi uhulumende kumele asebenze ukulungisisa imigwaqo yonke elizweni, hatshi ukuthakazelela amanga akhulunywa njengezindaba ezimqotho. Ake sizweni uChitando ekhuluma.
The Nigerian newspaper, which declared that Zimbabwe's roads are one of the best in Africa, I think they are misled. That's propaganda. There are people who are trying to get some news, to get favors from ZANU-PF. We, the people of Zimbabwe, know and understand, and we have got evidence that all our rural roads, they were last maintained, they last saw a grader, they last saw equipment to repair, to rehabilitate them in 2008, 2013 GNU government. During this rain season, it's impossible to travel to some other areas because the roads are bad, the bridges are low. So this is not true. We would urge the government, if they were not a government of looters, a government of thieves, to mobilize resources and rehabilitate our roads. The once vibrant DDF is no longer functional. It has no equipment. It has no workers. Those who are there, the small or the skeleton workforce is demoralized. So our roads can never be as what the Nigerian newspaper is saying. That's a lie. And it will take time for this government to realize that they've destroyed the road network in this country. All rural passengers, they know that they fork a lot of money for mushikashikas because they blame the roads. If you go in our urban areas, all our roads are potholed. This is because the government is the one which is responsible for collecting money using Zinara and does not pay back to the city councils. So our roads are in bad shape.
Njengokwethembisa kwethu ake sibuyele njalo kudaba lwethu beluhamba phambili lapho izakhamizi sixoxisane lazo ukuba sizwe ukuba bakulungele na ukungena emgwaqweni bebhikishela ukubusa kuka-Emmerson Mnangagwa ngodlakela ngemva kokuba umongameli uChamisa ethe izakhamizi sezidiniwe ngokuhlukuluzwa. Ake sizweni.
Protests in Zimbabwe have been a recurring theme over the years, often sparked by economic challenges and governance issues. The country has faced significant economic difficulties, including hyperinflation and high unemployment rates due to ZANU-PF poor governance for the past 45 years. Many Zimbabweans have been advocating for change, seeking better living conditions and a more transparent governance. Historically, protests have led to varying outcomes, sometimes resulting in dialogue between the government and opposition, while other times leading to further unrest. Enough is enough. We are ready for protests. We are sick and tired of the bloodthirsty, cruel and suppressing regime of Mnangagwa. Well-organized protests can indeed be more effective in achieving meaningful reforms. For protests to be successful, they often require clear objectives, strong leadership, and unified message. Additionally, engaging with various stakeholders, including civil society organizations and international partners, can help amplify the movement. It's also crucial for us to prioritize peaceful demonstrations and strategic communication to ensure our message is heard and understood. Thank you, Zimbabwe. Let's get ready for massive peaceful protests in every corner of the country. I am Linton Mwanaga, an ex-political prisoner and a political activist. Chaora chihurumende cha Mnangagwa ichi chiri kunwa kuti pfuu.
Masikati akanaka mhuri yeZimbabwe kwese kumatimana enyika kwamukadei muri. Masikati akanaka, haiwa tine mufaro mukuru nhasi tichigamuchira mashoko aPresident Advocate Nelson Chamisa vachitaura ivo kuti aiwa vana veZimbabwe havasi kutambwa navo ende havatambiki navo panyaya dzecorruption, panyaya dzemaitirwo ese ari kuitwa munyika muno. Zvinhu zvedu hazvina kumira zvakanaka mukati menyika, zvinoonekwa nemunhu wese kuti aiwa tasangana nedambudziko revadyi vepfuma yenyika vanokusha mari fanika mavhu, vanokusha mari fanika marara. Izvo zvichionekwa nevana veZimbabwe vose
mashoko apresident advocate Nelson Chamisa anotipa muono wekuti ndo munhu ane muono wenyika uye ndiye munhu anonzwisisa kuti vana veZimbabwe chavanomboda chii uye chii chakanakira Zimbabwe, chii chakanakira vana veZimbabwe. Izvi zvedambudziko riri pakati penyika yedu rinova iro ndo dambudziko sezita. Vakomana vana veZimbabwe ngatichangamukei, ngatiise musoro pamwe chete, tiise moyo wedu pamutungamiri ane rudo, pamutungamiri anotoona nematambudziko atakasitarisana nawo senyika. Tarisai muone kuti vanongogara vachingopembedza, Chamisa wazoenda kuAmerica, Chamisa wazonogara kwakati, iko zvino Chamisa wazodya mari yepati, Chamisa wazodai. Chinhu chakanaka chese hachidiwe neZANU-PF. Vana vaZANU-PF vajaira kugarira mukati menhema, mukati memanyepo, mukati mekuba, mukati mekuita zvinhu zvese zvisinganakiri vana veZimbabwe. Saka chokwadi chose chendinokurudzirai sevana veZimbabwe vari kunze kwenyika, vari mukati menyika muno, hatina dambudziko. Dambudziko redu nderekuti ngatiise musoro pamwe chete, tiwane mutungamiri wedu, tive tinoisa pfungwa pamutungamiri wedu ane rudo, anoziva ramangwana renyika. How can you say kuti vana Chimombe president angasaina mari yakadaro ise nyika kuti taakuda kugwera vanhu mbudzi, asaina pedzisiro wakuzosunga vanhu vaya kuti vanhu ava ngavasungwe nekuti vazoita fraud mukati menyika, vazotora mbudzi hadzina kusvika dzakakwana, izvo zvipatara zvisina mushonga, magetsi tisina, mvura yakachena tisina, dzimba dzekugara tisina, vana vachidzidza chikoro kunge vachidzidza chikoro asi chichibhadharwa kunge uri kuripa ngozi, mabhuku kuzvikoro, maunifomu anodhura kunge hameno, kunge uri kuroora mukadzi here atofa wakuroora guva, hatichambonzwisisi. Saka zokwadi vana veZimbabwe ngatiise musoro pamwe chete, musatorwa pfungwa dzenyu neavo vari kupiwa mari makaro uye nekusada kushanda. Handiti mazoona chero zvakaoma kudaro, ngatiedzei nepetinogona napo. Haikona kuti upuwe mari yevana veZimbabwe ine misodzi pamatama, zvinotirwadza izvozvo. Ngatirambe takasinga, patinosvitswa naMwari tichasvitswa. Tinoda kutenda kuti takapuwa mutungamiri, asi mutungamiri kunyange akazorwa sei, Nelson Chamisa ndiye munhu akadiwa neZimbabwe, ndiye munhu akadiwa naMwari. Nyangwe tisingaoni zvinorikwa naMwari zvavanotitaurira, asi zvinotiratidza nokuti ukangoona zvichingonzi kungoita stepi kwapresident advocate Nelson Chamisa, maiwekani ZANU yototanga kutsvaga zvokutaura zvokusvibisa moyo yevanhu, vachireva nhema, vachisvibisa munhu asina mhosva. Asi hazvisinei, tinoziva kuti Mwari vachatisvitsa patinofanirwa kunge tichisvika senyika yeZimbabwe. Ndinotenda muve nerugare. Tinokutendai veCitizen Movement Radio nekubata kwamunoita mabasa muchinzwawo mashoko kuvana veZimbabwe kuti zvinomboreveiko zviri kuitika mukati menyika. Rambai muchibata basa iroro, zvinotibatsira kuti tichangamuke, zvinotibatsira kuti tive nemuono wenyika. Tinoziva kuti Citizen Movement Radio haina kwayakarerekera, asi inotipa mashoko echokwadi, inotipa mashoko echenjedzo. Ndatenda.
Yesikhangele kwezemidlalo. Inhlanganiso yeZimbabwe Football Association izifa izolo yembule izembatho ezintathu eziza kusetshenziswa ngama-Warriors lapho bezigqoka emidlalweni ye-AFCON tournament. Sokube lembono eshiyeneyo mayelana lokulungiswa kwalezi zembatho kanye lohlonzi lwazo. Nxa sikhangela kwezokulungiselela le imidlalo, sokulokwesaba ukuba uJordan Zemura kanye loMarshall Munetsi kungenzeka bengabi khona emidlalweni ngemva kokulimala emidlalweni ebekhona emaqenjini abo. Kusenjalo, ovimbayo amagoli Brendan Galloway ukhangelele ukuba ahlanganyele labanye lapho kulungiselelwa le imidlalo ngemva kokuba iqembu lakhe adlala kilo ePlymouth Argyle iza kudlala leWicombe Wanderers namhlanje. Ukuziphetha lezi ndaba kumsakazo weCitizens Movement Radio, nanze bezihamba phambili. Selihambe kwedlulela kuxwayisa umongameli uChamisa ibandla leZANU-PF lapho ethi kuzaba lomvukela. Akubotshwe uChivayo kanye loThakwiray nxa ibandla leZANU-PF liqinisekisile ukulwisana lenkohlakalo, kusho ibandla eliphikisayo. sekule nxushunxushu kubandla leZANU-PF lapho uMnangagwa exoshe uChitando. Siziphetha lapha lezi ndaba.